Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long was 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long was 1975.
This is Stunt Car Racer on the Amiga, albeit running on my A500 Mini, and it's one of the games that's included with it. So you're probably thinking, I'm pretty sure you've played this before. Well, it's funny you should ask. I have played it on the Spectrum and I've played it on the Commodore. I have gameplays of both of those, and I actually have a gameplay where I compare them against each other, and they are both absolutely fantastic versions, because this was obviously released, it was released in 1989 in the United Kingdom as Stunt Car Racer, but in the United States as Stunt Track Racer. I'm really not sure why the difference. And also, it was the same company, but in the United Kingdom it was released by MicroStar, but in the United States it was released as Microplay. Maybe they just got a thing for different names for different places. Anyway, 1989, it was released on the Amstrad, the Spectrum, the Commodore 64, Amiga, Atari ST and MS-DOS. I know what it's like on the Spectrum and the Commodore. I'm going to assume that the Amstrad version is just as good as those two, because honestly they're fantastic. They're wireframe kind of vector graphics, where this is actually polygons. Don't know what it's like on the Atari ST. I don't know if this is a port. I'm going to assume it's not. This got absolutely fantastic reviews back in the days, generally considered to be one of the best driving games of this type, you know, when you're in the car on the Amiga. So I'm playing this again because it's fully optimized and runs full screen, and all the buttons are mapped when you play it, you know, as a game that's included on the A500 Mini. And since I've been playing a bunch of hard driving versions, both for videos and both behind the scenes, I thought I'd have a pop at something I remember being absolutely fantastic. Anyway, it's a 1 or 2 simultaneous player racer, but you will need a second machine. This is mind-blowing. Look, 3, computer link. You could have linked 2 Amigas together back in the day. You'd obviously need 2 TVs as well. 2 TVs, 2 Amigas, and you could play head-to-head. Do you know what else you'd need? A big fucking wallet. But that's still absolutely mind-blowing. We can obviously only race against the computer, so we are going to go into single-player league. So, enter. Names, well, we don't need names. Let's see what we did there. Enter. Right, Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, Division 4. Look, it's Siskel and or Ebert and Count Chocula. So it's gone with a cartoony look. I think I kind of would have preferred a bit more sort of serious looking stuff. Like me, player. I'm assuming that's me. So I don't know how we select any of these, but I guess we press enter, and then we start on Division 4. I remember this from when I played it on the Amiga on my OG Xbox through CoinUps 8, and I didn't understand why it starts us in Division 4. There's probably something to that, but I don't have any instructions, so screw it. Hall of Fame, practice, start the racing season, load, save, replay. We've got replays. That is cool. We're going to go with practice. I think... do you still race someone? Screw it, we're going to go with practice, because let's have a look at a bunch of tracks. 2, practice, enter. And then there you go, tracks in Division 1, tracks in Division 2, tracks in Division 3, and tracks in Division 4. So I guess we're going to go with Division 1, which obviously, I'm assuming, is the easiest set of tracks, because it's Division 1. Practice the ski jump, practice the drawbridge. Right, let's have a look at the ski jump. So this would be the... Would this be the first track I played on the Spectrum? Seriously, look up my gameplay video on the Spectrum and the Commodore. It's really, really impressive on those machines. I mean, for what it's doing, it's got a frame rate, for one thing, if you've ever seen hard driving on the Spectrum, which I have a gameplay of as well, but you can probably skip that one, because compared to this, it's a bit shite. Practice the ski jump. Right, the ski jump. So I guess to some degree this would be inspired by hard driving, even though this outperforms that like you would not believe. But they clearly stole that bit, this screen, intro screen I would say, showing you the track from hard driving. Obviously it's got a kind of roller coaster raised effect to it, because obviously you're a stunt car racer or stunt track racer, so you're not racing around roads or anything like that. It's pre-built tracks. Was this a sport back in the day? I don't know. Enter. Excuse me. It's a two-stroke. It gives me a khaki throat. Right, you get lifted onto the track by a crane. Those big pipes are my turbos. Which, look, if I let go, I just roll backwards. No, I've accelerated, so now I don't. Brake. Brake is backwards. Let's just get the... Look, rolling backwards. Accelerate. Turbos. My speed is the blue dial. And the yellow going up it, I guess. Yeah, because the turbo boosted me massively. The frame around the windscreen. Do I even have a windscreen? That is what you use to determine how much damage you've done to the structure, or brake, of your car. Because when you go over big jumps like this, little cracks and holes will appear in it, and eventually you will destroy your car and it will say wasted. So it's not just a question of... you got shocks like you wouldn't believe, man. So it's not just a question of just gunning it as fast as you can and get as much air as you can, even though that's really, really fun and just awesome to do. Because you will... Right, hang on, fuck it. I can see my house from here! You will eventually destroy your car. Oh, now obviously when you're not connected to the track... Can I steer in the air? When you're not connected to the track, your wheels aren't making contact, you can't accelerate. So later on, when you see lots and lots of various bumps on a track, if we get some of these tracks, and not just big jumps... Hang on, I've got to press enter when I'm over... track, that's my bad, then it will affect you, you know, if you're racing your opponent, which is quite basic looking. I'm guessing there is no opponent in this then. We might have a go at a race, we might not, I might surprise you, you know, where's the feather came from and all that. So obviously, as you saw, you've got nothing holding you onto the track. If you fall off the track, amazingly you don't die. If you fall off the track, a crane puts you back on. If you were racing an opponent, that will cost you vital seconds. Basically, it means, if you are a racing opponent and you fall off the track... I've had a very quick go racing an opponent and I fell off the track. Sorry, repeating myself. Then that's it, it's game over. It's game over. Now, I don't know what the frame rate is for this. Fuck it. That's what I mean about also if you're going for a massive amount of height. Sorry, speed over jumps. It makes your landing and being able to brake and turn, because you can't turn. Look, I broke my car. See the shit at the top right hand corner of my windscreen or whatever the frame is? Yeah, you can't turn your car when you're in the air and stuff like that. So yeah, it's swings and roundabouts. I haven't played this in a few years, so you're not going to see much, but practice the drawbridge. That sounds quite interesting, but screw it, cancel. Let's have... Sorry, it's that button. Let's have a practice that button. Track in Division 2. I would show you a race against the other guy, but he's just going to kick my ass. Practice the high jump, practice the roller coaster. Let's have a look with the high jump. So obviously we can ganache it. Yeah, look at that. I think it's safe to say we now know why it's called the high jump. So, as you can see, there's quite a few tracks in it. There's certainly more tracks than there are in hard driving, but then it's not really fair to compare it to hard driving because it's really not the same sort of game. But I think this runs... I don't know if it runs any better on a different Amiga or anything, but I think my brother had this back in the day, and it ran absolutely fine on his A500. But, like I said, compared to hard driving and stuff like that, different type of game, it's really impressive. Oh, and it's really, really smooth. By those standards, right? We're just going to get some air. We're just going to go as normal. Right, so as you can see, you clearly need to use your turbo there. So your turbo is not just for decorations and stuff. Swing it. That is cool. I was going to say it's a nice touch, but obviously it would be needed. And I've just worked it out. If you see when it shows us the map, there are little cranes either side of the track. So they're not just decoration. They are for putting you on the fucking track. I can't believe I just realised that. Garage, look at this. Oh, the creaking noise. Why am I not getting over it? Is this because I've got no run-up? Do I have to back up? The creaking noise it makes, by the way, your frame and stuff like that, it's awesome. It just sounds so right. Right, you think? Why can I not make it? Okay, that noise, enter. Let's try that again. We're going to just gun it out of the stables. There you go, look, two little cranes. That's nothing to do with bingo, sorry. Right, enter. I love the whole suspension thing as well. That's kind of cool. So, get it around this bend. As soon as we're around this bend, get her done. Yeah, line yourself up and then just fucking screw the tits out of it. I always forget to brake. To be fair, on quite a lot of the corners you can get away with not braking. Why am I not making it? There's no fucking gear. I don't even know what that left 1B41 shit is. Fuck it. I've got no Scooby why we're not making that. I'm gonna have a look. Do I need to get... Nah. Or maybe I need to... Hang on a minute. My OCD's kicking in. I'm just gonna... Alright. Right out of the back. Turbos. Well, that's how you do that. You've basically got to use your entire run-up. I thought, oh, you could... There's no way you can avoid fucking your shocks there, surely. And therefore, is there only a limited amount of time you can go around this track before your car's wanked? Which would make it very interesting for a two-player mode. I fell off the track. This is, yeah, this is quite a bit more involved than I thought it would be. I think the more damage you get, the more it affects your performance as well, but that's going back on memories from years ago, possibly on different versions. Oh! Are we on the other side of the track? I shouldn't be doing this, should I? See what I mean though? The amount of damage we've taken! And that noise. You only get to go around that far. Fuck it, let's have a go at a race. 2 tears in a bucket and all that. Oh wait, wrong video. Practice the roller coaster. Cancel. Right. Practice. Hall of Fame. Start racing season. Okay, so it's Jumping Jack. It's me versus a fat kid. Division 4 race 3 of 6. Is this saved? Do I have a save or something stuck in this? I've only ever really played this when I did my unboxing for the A500 Mini, so I don't know. Race time Ian. Best lap Ian. I'm assuming that's the programmers who did that. Otherwise, that's weird because my brother who had a 500 back in the day was called Ian. I don't remember lending this to him. Right, enter. The little ramp. Okay, well, it's breaking us in, I guess. See how the writing's cropped at the bottom? That's how the system does it, apparently, unless it's my TV. Fire, there we go. So I don't know, do we start side by side? Is it a staggered start? You'll see him. Oh, you will know it's him. He's not like a looker of vehicles, if you know what I mean. But then they aren't really in our drive. Get off! Gotta be centre then. Right. Oh, there he is. If I just ram him, is that bad? I mean, is there an etiquette thing? Oh! Oh, look, he rolls around as well. Yoink! Oh, saucy. Oh, I would like wing mirrors. Is there... I think there's a track designer for this. Right, you haven't got unlimited turbos as well, so bear that in mind. Also, I mean, it's to be expected, but when you go through the air, that was him hitting me, cheeky bastard. Then obviously you don't necessarily get to see the track over, you know, like it's a roller coaster effect if you're going up, the incline and stuff like that. Sometimes it's track memorization, because you're not going to know what's on the other side until you've played it a few times to work out, you know, should you be gunning it, should you be laying off, you know, the petrol, putting on some anchors and shit like that. I don't know. Ooh, like that. Ooh, because obviously you can come flying off the track really easily as well when you're in Bouncy Bouncy Town. That's right, I called it Bouncy Bouncy Town. You got a better name. I doubt it. Bouncy Bouncy Town it is. This just looks superb. I mean, obviously I've got, as you would expect, if you've got as many old systems as me and old consoles as me, break. I've got my rose-tinted retro goggles on, but this looks fantastic to me. It really does, and I personally think it's performs really well. Whatever its frame rate is, I'm not really sure. I'm sure someone can tell me. I'm sure lots of people probably think it looks like shit. Boo! Where's the positivity? I think this looks fantastic. I'm going to lay off a little bit there. Although, I've got some cracks appearing on the top left. Oh, that noise! I mean, if I heard that in my actual car, whew, I'd be worried. Fortunately, it's my virtual car. Yoink! Its controls. I mean, like I said, it's all memorization and stuff like that. Its controls are really tight brake. Whoa! Once you've worked out the track and what you should be doing and where you should be going, yay! I've won something today. I've achieved something today. Then yeah, the controls are really, really tight, and any fault that you make is pretty much on you. Anyway, this was just a quick little go of Stunt Car Racer, or Stunt Track Racer, dependent upon where you're from. And I want to have a quick go on it, just to see, you know, after I played all the hard driving games, that yeah, there is an absolutely amazing polygonal racing game on the Amiga. There was, if you were loaded, 2-player with a great amount of track variety. Anyways, always I'd love to know what you think, especially if you played this on any of the versions. I'm gonna have to look up a video on the ST version. I'm wondering if that's the version my brother had, but to see what that performed like. But as always, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later.